Curva Chronicles is back. Welcome to today's episode. There is so much to dissect. I am Frederick FIFA F17.
And it's your boy JK.
Where do we start?
2026-2027 season is about to start, bro. We've had our first official game. PSG Aston Villa.
Mm.
Maybe we quickly touch on that. Did you watch that? Thoughts?
Aston Villa have the new Romelu Lukaku in their ranks, bro.
Bro, yeah. Bro, he's built
I
like
can't believe he's 17.
3 fridges.
I
I
cannot
swear.
believe he's 17.
He was bullying Pacho, bro.
Honestly, if he learns how to tame that, he will be an absolute beast.
I don't even want him to tame that. I just want him to. Bro, I love seeing the physical battle. I love it because I don't think we get that much
Enough.
of it anymore. Do you know what I mean? And now it's like shoulder to shoulder is a foul. It's very soft. Football has changed, hasn't it? But like watching him play, I don't know. He
I
excites
was
me,
impressed.
man.
I was
He's
impressed.
obviously he's missed a few chances, which is a shame because I think it could have ended in a different way. But even that finish on his goal, bro,
Phenomenal.
it's
I
ridiculous.
guess that's what I mean by taming it. Just like those chances was just brute force, and like sometimes place it or like. But he stood out to me the most. I really enjoyed. Of course, Kvara. It's funny as a Milan fan. It's funny that only a few years ago we used to argue Leao versus Kvara because they've had very different angles to their career. But
The thing is, like, Crava at Napoli obviously it was cold, but it wasn't Crava at PSG. And also, like,
new level,
even
innit?
that game, don't get me wrong, PSG preseason started like last week Friday and whatever. But Crava gave you like 25 minutes of good play. And then he went quiet. Who just came back from the World Cup, I think did more. Don't get me wrong, I know Crava's going to have a good season because he's just an incredible player and he moves around a lot. But there's moments where you look at him and he's like, can you be bothered? Or he's like, because you scored, he's now like, just do the bare minimum. But then at the same time, like, he tracks back. Like, I really like him. Good player.
And he changes the game, man. Because even
He does, he
the
does.
bit before he scored, where he was doing quick feet, left, right, center, like
Yeah.
he puts fear into defenders, which you
It does.
absolutely
It
love and
does.
need. So, but no, I think that I forgot his name, but the 17-year-old Aston Villa striker, he caught my eye. He's a G.
Moja, I think.
Yeah. So that
Or
was
something like that. Yeah, I was trying to look what country he was from. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And he is. So he plays for Luxembourg
Mm,
national team. His dad is from Cameroon, and his dad is a footballer. Obviously, not
mm.
like a famous one, but yeah, he's Cameroonese. Bro, guy is big. I think he's gonna have a good season for Aston Villa, and it's good for them because Watkins sometimes is a hit and miss, and it takes him a little bit to warm up, and then normally second half of the season is when he comes to play, and I think it's gonna be good to see him in the Prem.
Any of my football manager guys, buy this guy as much as Villa
Yeah.
wants. Just buy him and use him for your football manager teams, man.
And then we got the next one Saturday. Very briefly, Arsenal Man City. Thoughts on that? I don't know if you've followed much of the preseason for Arsenal. I don't know if you followed much of Man City, but going into that, thoughts. Who do you think is going to win?
Yeah.
Do you think this game matters at all?
No, I don't
Really?
think that the what's it called again?
Uh, Community
Community
Shield
Shield.
is it?
Yeah. I don't think the Community Shield matters too much. It's like a curtain raiser on the season,
Yeah.
and yeah, I don't think it matters too much. But I think that what I have been seeing is that Semenyo has had a phenomenal preseason, and I'm
Yes.
just waiting for the day that Semenyo could does that for Ghana. I don't know what the. I know the team is very different around him, but for example,
Yeah.
the assist for Marmoush where the ball was going out, it slid like
Yeah.
it's just crazy. Semenyo's looking absolutely phenomenal.
He had a couple of moments for Ghana like that, and it's hard, right? Obviously, if you play with better players, you know that they're gonna be at the end of those things. But you're right. I think the World Cup that's just gone was probably his best performances for Ghana, and even saying that, he didn't
Even
really
then,
do that.
innit? Even then,
You know what I mean? He didn't
I
do that
think
much, but
for Ghana, he feels like he has to overdo it sometimes. So where
yeah,
with City, he'll do one, two things, release the ball. Pagano will do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, lose the ball.
I'm trying to score.
Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
But so yeah. Anyway, I haven't been following much of Arsenal's preseason. I've been following City's preseason, and I'll be interested to see like Maresca. I don't know. Have you been seeing much? If you can give us a quick overview on what Maresca's City looks like differently to top City.
yeah. I mean, it's it's slightly different. I think when he gets to the wingers, he just wants the wingers to attack, do the one-on-one, take your man on, put a cross in. It's very direct rather than like pass, 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 pass. There's still sort of a sense of that. And I think also like ball retention, but that was the same under Guardiola, really. You want to retain the ball very quickly. But then he's very direct. He wants to go to the wingers and he just wants to cross. So I think it's going to be interesting because I think we'll see Semenyo doing a lot of that. Although that's his game, anyways. I think last year it was maybe a little bit tamed in the sense that he did it sometimes, but a lot of the times he would pass back and start again. And I think Maresca just wants to go direct. So it'll be interesting to see that. Obviously, Alan didn't play any of the games. Mamouche has been playing up top. I really like Mamouche. I think he's a good player. I just don't think he'll play enough because
Holland,
I
don't
think they want to use him as a nine.
Yeah.
I don't think he's as good on the wing. Um, Hopefully there'll be enough games for him with the rotation and stuff. But yeah, I'm excited for next season. Very briefly to finish on that before we go into AC Milan. I was having a conversation with a few Arsenal fans yesterday, and I said they they thought my expectation for City this year was to compete, and I said the expectation is to win the league. And I don't see why they can't. But people in the comments might disagree.
Let us know your thoughts. Do you think Manchester City can win the league this year? Let us know in the comments. Segueing it to Milan, a player that recently went to City, last year went to City from Milan, Tijani
Reinders.
Reinders. Went last year. We all understood why he went. After 1 year, he's now in Saudi Arabia. When you first saw that, what did you think?
I think the Giant Rangers were gonna do well AC Milan at Manchester City. I'll be honest, bro, not really. I really liked him at Milan, and I think he should have stayed at Milan. Just to get another season under his belt and then sort of go from there. I understand the move 100%. I don't see why he wouldn't go. But I think it's really hard to make it into that Guardiola team in the first season, always. I think you need one season, then the second season you get more minutes and you actually see what type of players you are. Sometimes you don't even get the second season, like Rangers.
Makes sense.
He started really
He
well.
started
He
incredibly
scored,
well. But I'm also
and
meant
I think everyone
I'm also meant for the
everyone was
Saudi
really
move.
excited. Yeah. Oh, sorry. What do I think about? I don't get why he's going to Saudi because I saw that he was also linked to Nottingham Forest and Newcastle. And to me, bro, like you're young enough to. I don't know. I think taints his career a little bit. He's too young, and I get it. A lot of people say you can go to Saudi, make your money, and at this point, because he's young, he can do 2 years in Saudi and then come back. I do understand that, but if Newcastle or Nottingham are actually interested, obviously we don't know. Why wouldn't you go? Maybe not Newcastle. I'll probably go Nottingham Forest over Newcastle at the moment because I just like Glasner a little bit more, and I don't know much about the Newcastle manager. But I would stay in the Premier League. I would have stayed in the Premier League if I was him.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Like the move kind of just stinks because City have had this deadline. I don't know if I always talk about City, but City had the deadline for Enzo. You've seen 5 p.m.
Yeah,
today, and all of a
I
sudden,
don't think they'll.
60
I don't think.
million come in for Tijani Reinders.
I don't think they'll. I don't think they'll go for Enzo. And I think they've been wanting to sell Rangers anyways. Even though he was really involved with the preseason games, I think they'd be wanting to sell him before that. Um,
Yeah,
so I don't necessarily the two. I don't think the two things are connected. But also, I just don't get why he'd go there. Uh,
yeah. Of course, I mean, it sounded as, and the only reason I mentioned Enzo is because it seemed as though it was a very fast thing. Like, yeah, they wanted to sell him, and then I think they agreed terms with that move,
yeah,
and then all of a sudden he was gone. And then we hear
yeah.
about this Enzo deadline, and it's like, are these two connected? Did City need 60 million and pulled some strings to get some money in? Who knows?
I mean, you think about it, really, City are really good at selling players. They made money. They made 45 million for Trafford, who played 2 games last season. If that, well, obviously not, but he hasn't played enough for. You buy him for 27, I think, or whatever it was. You sell him for 45. You then they sold Ake. I don't know how much they got for that. It wasn't a massive fee, but they still got money for that. They now sold Rangers. You look at that and you think they already made the money back that they spent on Anderson, really. Or you look at it and you think that money could cover the Enzo transfer. If you also sell Rodri for 70 million, now you're like, every year they seem to sell really, really well. So do I think they needed to sell Rangers to buy Enzo? Not necessarily. But then also I don't think you can have both players in the squad.
Yeah,
So I
especially
don't
with
know. They
Anderson.
might be connected. They might buy Enzo and then everything might make sense. I just think for him, I wouldn't have
It's a
necessarily
strange move.
accepted
It
that.
is a strange move.
Yeah.
It is a strange move. But let's move over to Milan. There is a lot happening at the moment. Not much of it is positive. There was this
No.
infamous meeting between Jerry Cardinale and Rúben Amorim. Amorim said there are 7 players that are out of the project. And if I remember correctly, Terracciano, Fofana, Tomori, Nkunku. I don't remember the other 3.
Jimenez.
Jimenez, Odogu, which is one centre back that's hardly ever played, and then another one, maybe a Stupinian, I don't remember. But yeah, firstly, like, what are your thoughts? Those 7 players out of the project with a week and a bit to go before the season starts.
I mean, Fofana is about time. I mean, I think the main issue that I have is that we left it late. That's the main issue. With the players, I can't really speak on it too much because I'm not the manager. As a fan, I wouldn't sell Tomori. I would have gave Santiago Jimenez another season, and I would have gave Nkunku another season. As a fan, but he sees them day in and day out. If it doesn't fit his plan, as long as you give me top 4 or win the league, then at the end of the season, I'll say, well, you made the best decision. But I think he's wrong. And I think so close to starting the season now, I've also saw the news that they're actually out of the last friendlies. Like Fofana, not for, is it Fofana? Yeah, I think both, no, sorry, Nkunku and Tomori,
Out.
they're not even involved in the games. We might not sell them between now and the end of the season, and the end of the transfer. So then what do you do if we don't sell them? Like, I understand you want to sell them, but like, you have no offers on the table.
And replace them. Like, because I saw when I first mentioned it, there was a lot of the Milan fans in the comments that were like, good, Kunku's been rubbish, Tomori's rubbish, blah, blah, blah. And like you said, it's not necessarily about moving on players. No one's bigger than the club. That's fine. But it's my challenge is replacing these guys. Number one, even selling them. Rafael has been from the beginning before the World Cup. Leao has
Bro.
been on the market. He's still there in the team,
And that's our best player, bro.
and he's still in the team.
Like, as in, like, that's the player
That's a
that you'd
superstar player.
think.
Yeah, you'd think
Yeah,
someone would actually buy him. No one's bought him
right. So if you can't sell Rafael Leao, what makes you think that you can sell Nkunku Tomori, which you probably can, but you've waited
over
to 2
time.
weeks before the transfer market to end to do it. And I just think, even if we do sell them, as you say, I don't think we replace them, bro.
That's the biggest
So
thing.
then you're telling me that the squad you have is big enough to do what you want to
And
do?
it's not because we have Europa League on Thursdays as well. And then, for example, when you think about the 2 number 10s, Christian Pulisic, injury-prone player, he's not going to give us 40 games this season. He might give us 20.
Bro,
Who's
Rafael Leao is injured, so he's gonna miss the
is
Torino
injured?
game. Apparently, Nkunku can't be.
Eh,
Nkunku has been involved in all of the
all
preseason
of them.
games. If you knew you weren't trying to have him, I just don't get it. I'll be honest. I don't know, and I don't know if he comes from Amorim. Don't know if he comes from Cardinale. Probably a mixture of
It's a
both.
little bit of both.
I was excited when was I excited? I was excited of the prospect of having a different manager,
So,
in a sense of not having the usual Allegri. So I wasn't necessarily excited
by
because it was
him,
Amrim, but I was excited about
something new.
different ideas. Yeah, something different. And I'll be honest, following that Chelsea game, following that 1-1 to Inter Milan where we basically literally played passenger the whole game. I am very, very, very scared.
I've gone from being optimistic to being pessimistic. It's I think it's a mixture of both. Amorim did this thing where he said he wanted to view the players, and he's been very detrimental for so many reasons. One was Estupinian. Aston Villa wanted Estupinian, and he was
20
like,
million, I believe.
yeah, 20 million. They bid it
Yeah.
for him. He said, oh, I want to see blah blah blah. You think they waited? They went to get Ruggieri. Now they don't want him anymore, and now he doesn't want him either. So now he's just there in the team. There's been so many like of these weird little things that he's already done that really has you scratching your head, man.
But we should have known, bro. We've seen him in England, you know. The issue is that it's not even necessarily
I
Amorim.
agree.
Okay. So this is the way I see it. Amorim went to United, a club that wasn't very stable, and he went with his style of play. He said, I'm gonna play three at the back, I'm gonna play three at the back, regardless of what I'm gonna play three at the back. He went there, he did that, it didn't work, didn't change it, got sacked. Fine. To me, as Amorim now, you have to go to a club that is stable, that's going to give you what you want, so that you can actually build. And now we can judge you based on this is my team, the team that I wanted, the team that I've put together. Judge me on that. You decide to go to AC Milan. Okay, for me, it's exciting because it's a new manager, different ideas, whatever. But for you, you're going to AC Milan, unstable club, just like Man United, where the ownership is the main issue to me. So you could bring Guardiola to AC Milan tomorrow. He's not going to fix the problem that we have, that
100%.
is the ownership,
100%.
right? So now, Amorim, this is really is make or break in the sense of if he doesn't do well at AC Milan, the only clubs that are going to take him, Portuguese
Portuguese
club, he's
teams.
going to go back to Portugal and he's going to finish his career there, which is fine. If that's what you want to do, is fine. But the way you come in and do the things you do. Bro, I've seen so many comments from AC Milan fans under the Gazzetta dello Sport post and stuff and saying, this guy can't talk.
Clueless.
Some people were like, mamma mia, guarda come parla questo qui. Abbiamo problemi di già. We're already in trouble, bro. Because this guy, when the funeral with, what's his name?
Baresi.
Baresi, he was like, I think Baresi would have wanted us to train.
What are you talking about,
Someone
bro?
in the comment was like, bro, you don't
Arriva
even
con
know,
Vieri.
like, you came yesterday. You're talking about what Baresi would have wanted. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm really really scared.
Yeah, it's
I
not
am.
looking good.
I'll be
Yeah,
honest.
it's not looking good. Milan actually submitted an official offer for Ethan Wanieri, interestingly enough, which was a loan with option to buy, but Arsenal rejected it. I don't know what the numbers are.
Yeah.
Arsenal rejected it. So they do seem to be making some sort of movement, but yeah, I think they've left so many things too late. Obviously, Manyan Rabiot are coming late. Season starting soon. It's it's not looking
The
good.
Manyan Rabiot thing is really embarrassing as well. You know, Manyan is our captain, right? With Rabiot is what it is.
Yeah,
Manyan is our captain. You look at Lautaro Martinez, our Cugini on the other side, our cousins. You know, he was in the final of the World Cup. He came back
early,
early.
bro.
Our captain, who is a keeper, no disrespect to keepers, but I mean, like, how much break do you really need, bro? Like, maybe you want to spend it with your family. I don't know. You're also a human being, so I'm not gonna say you don't deserve a break. But ultimately, come back, bro. You're the captain. We need the face of the club there. You know, Rabiot, his personality has been this, anyways.
Yeah,
Wherever he's been, he's always been a bit problematic. So I'm not really shocked by it slash surprised. It'll be interesting to see when they come back how we reintegrate them to the team, how they do, um what their attitude is, you know. But yeah, it's gonna be a long season,
I
man.
think it's gonna be a long season. I'm where literally last week I was saying we're gonna get top four. I think that will be a stretch, just because at this point, especially with the whole new stuff of Nkunku tomorrow leaving, I don't even know who the back three are gonna be. I don't even know who the
Yeah.
front three are gonna be. I have no idea. So Gonzalo Ramos, Pulisic, and who? Apparently, he's thinking of playing Rabiot trequartista. So then he's gonna play with Modric, Jashari. I have no idea what is going on, but we'll keep our eye on the pulse and then we'll see. Just interesting news that just came in though, 1 second ago. Como makes contact with Chelsea for Liam Delap.
Wow. physical striker. He do well in the Prem. You know, he's
in Serie A.
in Serie A. Sorry, I mean he did well in the Prem when he was at Ipswich. I think he had a good season. Obviously, he went to Chelsea, found it a bit difficult. He got injured, so he didn't play much. And I think he does need to leave. Como played Arsenal in the friendly, and they looked really good. They look really good. They look progressive. You can tell that they're a team that like to have the ball and create. And it's a completely different style of football that you see from Italian teams. And maybe that's why they've been so successful. You know, they've changed the way football is played in Italy. Obviously, Fabregas, you know, he's been coached by some of the best managers in the world. He's a mixture of Mourinho, Guardiola. And he says that when I want my team to be a mixture of all the managers that I sort of had. And I think that's good business, bro. Like, you know, we want to sell Tomori, for example. Stones was in the market for free because you said that you want a ball playing centre back.
That's the thing.
He was in the market for free. You didn't even go for that.
That's the thing.
You know, who are you gonna bring in now? Like, tell me who you're gonna bring in now that is gonna be your ball playing centre back. Like, these players that are on the market for really, like even Jed Spence going to Inter Milan for I think it's about 28 million pounds, 31 million euros. Bro, like, why are we never, maybe we are and we just don't know, but why do I never see us linked with these people, with these moves? 31 million euros, bro.
Great.
Maybe he wouldn't have come to AC Milan. I don't know. But it's fine if he doesn't come. At least we're linked to him. I want to see us being linked with people. Like, show me that you mean business. You know, I don't know. The way AC Milan is being run at the moment is so sad.
I agree, because when you see Como, and it's a great example because Fabregas wants a ball-playing team, progressive. There are players there that I've never heard of before they went to Como, but they were the right fit for what Fabregas wanted to do.
Yeah.
So they said, we got a manager who wants to play like this. We're going to get him players that will be able to do it.
Yeah.
So that's when, with Amorim, I have to cut him a little bit of slack because, yeah, he came. I don't know why he came. Maybe they promised him something that they're not delivering. I don't know.
Yeah.
But you got a manager that wants to play a certain way, a team that's nowhere near it, a season that's starting in a few days.
But he knew that, bro. And he's had time. Again, you're right. We have to cut him slack. We don't know the conversation in the background, right? But you know what the team looks like when you come, right? So if you sign a contract, surely you say, listen, this is what I want, by the way. Like, give me this. And you don't always get it. Of course you don't always get it. But at least you get something. Bro, we got Gila. And then what?
That's it, bro. That's it. There's a couple free agents, Ghanaians. I'm wondering if you would have the. So I'm just going to fire the names at you. Just give me whether you have these Ghanaian free agents in Milan. Name number one, Thomas Partey.
No. No. I mean, I would have had Thomas Partey like 4 years ago, bro. 3 years ago. I think. And also, like, it just comes with too much media attention and stuff. And we already got enough trouble, man. I didn't need that.
Jordan, are you?
No. I wouldn't even have him if someone paid us to have him, let alone on the free. No way.
Andrew, are you?
This guy's still playing football. Oh my days. Another one I would have had like 10 years ago.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, no, those are the Ghanaians that are out of contract, and I knew.
No, thank you, but no, thank you.
Well, yeah, you said you did some ChatGPT searches that were pretty interesting.
Yeah. Struggled to sleep last night, man. So I was just brainstorming. And I wanted to ask you an interesting question, actually. So obviously, you know, we live in the UK now. Grew up in Italy, sort of had a mixture of both. Premier League, Serie A. And I was just thinking, in England, like Rooney is regarded as like the biggest English talent. When you're talking about complete player, etc., Rooney is like the star. Every fan from every team, even if you're not a United fan, correct me if I'm wrong, believe that Rooney is like best thing to come out of England. I wanted to ask you, who do you think is the direct comparison? Who's the Italian version of Rooney, in your opinion?
In direct comparison, when I think of Rooney, I see Francesco Totti because they're both players that were number 10/9s,
Yeah.
strikers that could play really good football. I know Rooney started at Everton, but they both pretty much stayed with one team for a long period of time. So
Yeah.
that's the first player that comes to mind.
And I think following up question is, do you think Rooney is better than Francesco Totti?
I'd have to say yes, because one of the things that I do is I'll think, can this player do things that the other player can't? And though Francesco Totti was an absolute baller, I see Rooney doing crazy bicycle kicks in important matches that I don't think I haven't seen Francesco Totti do personally. One of the things with Totti is that when it comes to silverware and stuff, he's limited. Roma nowhere near the team that Manchester United was, right? But
No,
yeah,
but we talk silver. Obviously, Francesco Totti is won Serie A with Roma, which I would argue is the bigger achievement than winning the Premier League with Man United. Francesco Totti has won the World Cup, which Rooney hasn't done. Francesco Totti has also won, I think, Coppa Italia, usual little stuff. So yeah, I mean, silverware is not, you can't compare it. I think, Rooney, silverware, like his list of silverware is big. There's Champions Leagues in there, and I think it's like 6 Premier Leagues, maybe. No, 4 Premier Leagues or 5 Premier Leagues, something like that.
who would you say?
I think there is a player that you could compare, who it'll be interesting to see what you think. Do you think Del Piero was better than Rooney?
Very good question. I would again say no, even though Del Piero was an absolute bowler. Again, he won the World Cup with Italy, great generation. I think Rooney was a better footballer because even when Rooney dropped deep into midfield and I saw him do the pull goals, spraying balls, he could do the tiro a giro like Del Piero, that was his speciality. And so I'd say Rooney, man. I'd say Rooney was a bit of a generational talent. What did you say?
Yeah, I think it's hard because I'm trying to think of I think Del Piero, Totti, and Roberto Baggio probably the closest thing to Rooney in terms of talent wise. I think Del Piero, bro, is close because talking 6 Serie A's, I think we won the Champions League with Juventus. We won the World Cup. In terms of longevity, I'm pretty sure he done longer than Rooney. And it's hard because we saw sort of the ending of Del Piero rather than the beginning of him. And I obviously, because of FIFA, saw loads of Rooney, and then obviously saw Rooney in the Prem. But most of my Rooney catalogue is 2011 onwards, which is sort of like the end of his career as well. But I've seen him do great things in that period as well. I do think Rooney is generational, and I don't think, in terms of pure talent, I do think he probably is better than those players. But I think people would argue against it.
Yeah, yeah. Everything to know and
People would argue
let us know in
against
the
it.
comments what you think because yeah, I think Rooney takes it, but let us know if you think Del Piero or Totti were better players.
Because I guess that's position for position, right? But if we're looking at Italian players, for example, Maldini, I think he's a bigger player than Rooney. But then you can't compare because it's two different positions, right? And they give you different things. So there are players, not necessarily position for position, but Italian players that are sort of bigger than that. Your Cannavaro, but it's all a lot of centre backs, bro. I
I
guess
was just about to ask
we are a
you.
defensive minded nation.
I was supposed to
So
ask you, who's like the best striker in Italian football in your recollection?
in my, I mean, I think Vieri. Uh,
You know what? Like Balotelli, man.
remember, remember,
Oh, look at Tony, look at Tony.
yeah.
It's good. But Balotelli is probably like the coldest. He's like
But was he a striker?
Balotelli, yeah, he's a number nine.
Yeah, he was,
He
he
was a
was, he
number
was.
nine.
I mean, unfortunately, bro, Balotelli, yeah. I mean, I'll tell you, obviously, this is before our time, but there's Gigi Riva, very, very good striker. Apart from that, Vieri, Inzaghi, Del Piero, I guess. I
We
think.
don't really produce many strikers, bro. Because when you think
No, we
about
don't.
like, okay, Ciro Immobile, like he
Yeah.
scored loads of goals, blah blah blah. Like
Moise Kean.
he was a goal scorer. Moise Kean, got Pure Esposito now. Italy hasn't produced many forwards, man. I
No.
think
But then
midfield,
we had a generational, like we had at one point, we had Del Piero.
Luca
Totti's not a
Toni,
striker, but
Totti, yeah. Vieri,
we had a
Inzaghi,
period of loads. Because Inzaghi's
even
is not your
Inzaghi,
traditional nine.
yeah,
Like Inzaghi's not your traditional nine, but his movement and his finishing was top, bro. And there's nothing I love more than Filippo Inzaghi. Because the heart
100%.
that he played. And but then you look at English strikers,
I was gonna say, bro, isn't
apart from Harry
Inzaghi?
Kane,
Hmm.
and I guess Rooney, Ellie Correa was a nine, but then moved. But apart from Harry Kane and Rooney, oh Shearer,
Yeah, isn't Inzaghi basically just Jamie Vardy, fam?
minus the pace,
Minus the face.
minus the pace. Yes, but more clutch, man.
I agree. And I'm a Milan fan, so Inzaghi is an absolute legend. But
More
yeah, no,
clutch.
it is interesting. I think what is absolutely clear is that England now is developing way more talent than Italy.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
And yeah, Italy need to just figure out how to develop their talent because I actually saw someone recently saying they were comparing Pio Esposito and Francesco Camarda, and they were saying that Camarda is 2 years behind Esposito in terms of his development. Esposito 2 years ago was at Spezia, not playing.
Yeah.
What Inter did really well is they gave Pio Esposito a chance. Rather than always sending him out on loan, they gave him an opportunity, a chance. And last year he grew a lot. Now he's a number nine for the national team. I think he scored
Yeah.
almost every time he's played for the national team. So there is clear progress happening there. And
I
I'm
think Esposito is a better player than Kamada.
at the moment, I would say so as well.
Yeah. I think, and yeah, you're right. It is 2 years. And it's hard because we didn't give Kamada a chance. But as as a club, AC Milan, do we really give young people a chance? Whether you're a striker or not. Not anymore. I think we were based on like academy players. Like we were really proud of it. Like you look at Chelsea, for example, as a club,
Yeah, they've got loads of
producing
talent, yeah.
so much talent. We don't do that. And when we do have players that are really talented, for some reason, we big them up and say, yeah, this is the next big thing. And then we never give them a chance. And then we send them on loan. And then their career ends and you never hear from them.
Yeah, there's a period of time where we kind of, when I remember like El Shaarawy and Bai Niang, Balotelli, like those, we kind of had some young players there, but they never really were good.
Where's my store, bro?
Oh, my soul, mate. Conversation for another time. My soul. But yeah, anyways, we've got to close soon. So any final thoughts?
Final thoughts, I think, yeah, last week you asked me if I thought AC Milan could make top four, and I said yes, only because I love the club and I love the colours. I think I'll be surprised if we make top seven.
I agree.
Uh,
I agree.
and I think I think Inter Milan are going to win the league next year again.
Yeah.
And I think Amorim is going to last 6 months.
It's gonna be a long year for us, bro. Because when you see Fiorentina has had a phenomenal market.
Transfer. Yeah, so
I think they're going to finish above us. Como's going to finish above us. Roma's going to finish above us. Inter's going to finish above us. Napoli's going to finish above us. Juventus are going to finish above us. So, like you said, top seven.
seventh.
And that's without
Seventh.
them teams like Bologna and Atalanta having a good year.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
I've gone from optimistic to pessimistic in 1 week, that's what AC Milan will do to you. Let us know in the comments if you feel the same. If you're optimistic, let me know. I feel like there's some optimistic Milan fans out there, but I feel like
Do
they're
you
deluded.
think, like, you know, our downfall for before, I used to compare it to United. But United in that period always had time and actually made exciting signings. Yes, it didn't work, whatever, it's fine. But our downfall really has to be studied, bro. And
Yeah.
the sad thing is that with United, I always thought they'll come back eventually. With AC Milan, I think this might be it, bro. I've seen people online comparing us or having the cheek to say that Bournemouth is a bigger club than AC Milan, that Tottenham Hotspur is a bigger club than AC Milan. And as much as I argued in the comment and backed AC Milan because historically they're nowhere near it, bro, these are the teams that they're comparing us with these days, bro.
It's not good at all. The crazy part, though, is that we were having a resurgence and they messed that up. Because even though it was a total fluke, we won the league. Even though it's a total
Maldini,
fluke, we were in a Champions League semi-final. Maldini was building a team that
it was.
were going towards the right direction. Then they get rid of him, and then we start flopping again. So that's the biggest takeaway is that we were having some sort of resurgence, and that went left. But yeah, let's stay strapped. This season we'll definitely go to some games and see the madness live in the flesh. And our expectations are low now. So
Very.
if a miracle was to happen, fantastic. But I'm
Yeah.
not going into it expecting at all.
No, but yeah, let me know in the comments. Do you think Spurs, Bournemouth, your Brightons, do you genuinely believe these are bigger clubs than AC Milan? And if you do, please let me know why.
Let us know if you think so, and most importantly, let us know why. And make sure that you follow the page, stay engaged, because we've got more content coming up. Till next time, it's Frederick Afrifa.
And it's your boy JK.
See you soon.